Welcome back, everyone, to our 10th and last episode of Season 6 of the Truth and Freedom podcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Emzalag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey to awareness, courage, and truth. As we're concluding the 6th season of Truth and Freedom podcast, I want to invite you all to reflect on a powerful question. What does it truly mean to live as a free human being? For many people, freedom is often associated with external circumstances, financial independence, and the ability to travel, the absence of restrictions, or the privilege of making choices. While those things can certainly enhance our lives, true freedom goes much deeper than that. Real freedom begins inside the mind and the heart. A person can have wealth, success, and every opportunity imaginable, yet still feel imprisoned by fear, anxiety, expectation, or the constant need for approval. At the same time, someone with far fewer resources can experience a profound sense of peace and liberation because they have learned to master their inner world. Living as a free human being means reclaiming ownership of your thoughts, your decision, and your direction in life. It means no longer allowing fear to dictate your choices. It means no longer allowing the opinions of others to determine your worth. And it means refusing to live according to scripts that were written by society, culture, or people who never truly understood your purpose. Freedom begins the moment you realize that your life is not meant to be lived on autopilot. Too many people move through life reacting rather than consciously choosing. They follow paths simply because they were told that those paths were safe, acceptable, or expected. They pursue careers that look impressive but feels empty. They maintain relationships that drains their spirit. They silence a voice in order to keep the peace. Over time, that kind of living creates a quiet sense of confinement. Not physical confinement, but emotional and spiritual confinement. Living as a free human being means breaking away from that silent prison. It means giving yourself permission to question what no longer feels authentic. It means having the courage to realign your life with your values, your passions, and your truth. Freedom does not mean living without responsibility. In fact, true freedom often requires more responsibility. When you stop blaming circumstances, other people, or past experience for your current life, something powerful happens. You reclaim your agency. You begin understanding that your choices, your habits, and your mindset plays a significant role in shaping your reality. That realization is not meant to create pressure. It is meant to create empowerment. Because once you understand that you have influence over the direction of your own life, you also understand that change becomes possible. Living freely also requires emotional maturity. It means learning to release the weight of past resentments. It means forgiving, not because someone else necessarily deserves it, but because you deserve peace. Carrying anger, bitterness, or regret for years can quietly imprison the heart. Freedom requires letting go of what no longer serves your growth. It requires accepting that the past cannot be rewritten, but the future can always be reimagined. Another important aspect of living as a free human being is learning to trust yourself. Many people spend years doubting their instinct because they have been conditioned to seek approval before making decisions. They ask others what they should do rather than asking themselves what feels aligned with their purpose. But deep inside every human being is a quiet voice of wisdom. When you begin trusting that voice, your confidence begins to grow. You no longer feel the need to explain every decision to the world. You simply move forward, clarity and intentions. Freedom also means embracing growth. A free human being understands that life is not about perfection. It is about evolution. There will be mistakes. There will be setback. There will be moments of uncertainty. But instead of fearing those experiences, a free person sees them as a part of the journey. Growth requires humility. It requires learning. And it requires the willingness to continuously refine who we are becoming. One of the most beautiful aspects of freedom is authenticity. When you're truly free, you stop pretending. You stop shaping your personality to fit every environment. You stop hiding parts of yourself to gain acceptance. You begin showing up in the world as you are, imperfect, evolving, and real. And ironically, that authenticity often creates deeper connection with others. Because when one person chooses to live honestly, it gives others permission to do the same. Living as a free human being does not mean life becomes easy. Challenges will still arise. Loss will still occur. Uncertainty will always be part of the human experience. But freedom changes how we respond to those challenges. Instead of feeling powerless, we respond with resilience. Instead of feeling trapped, we respond with creativity. Instead of feeling defeated, we respond with determination. Freedom transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth. As we choose this season of Truth and Freedom podcast, I want to leave you all with this thought. Freedom is not a destination that suddenly appears one day. It is a daily practice. It is a choice to think independently. It is a choice to act with integrity. It is a choice to live with courage even when the path ahead feels uncertain. Every day, you are given the opportunity to reclaim a little more of your freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from expectation, freedom from illusions about who you are supposed to be. And when you begin living according to truth, purpose, and authenticity, you discover something remarkable. You were never meant to live as a prisoner of circumstances or opinions. You were meant to live as a free human being. Now, the many topics covered on the 6th season helped us reflect on powerful truth about the human experience, how freedom begins in the mind, how invisible fears and expectations can quietly shape our lives, and how the need for approval can trap us in patterns that keep us from becoming our authentic selves. Exploring the prisons created by the fear, the comfort cage that keeps many from growing, and the emotional weight of the past that must be released in order to move forward. The 6th season allowed us to discover how discipline, truth, and self-awareness become the foundation of genuine freedom. Living as a free human being requires courage, responsibility, and the willingness to question the belief that no longer serves us. Throughout the season, the message has remained clear. True freedom is not given to us. It is claimed through awareness, growth, and intentional living. If these conversations sparked reflection or challenge you to think differently, then the journey has already begun. And most importantly, in season 7, we will go through even deeper into the truth and freedom we are being robbed of. Until then, my loyal friends, stay curious, stay courageous, and continue choosing truth and freedom in every step you take in life. I'd like to thank you all again for joining me throughout this season of Truth and Freedom podcast. And I also look forward to continuing this journey of growth, awareness, and empowerment with you in the seasons to come.